Russell Wilson was able to find the end zone late in the game for one more touchdown pass. This brings his total on the season to 8 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, Sierra has decided that they do not need any more bathrooms and that 12 is enough for now. This means that Russell Wilson only needs 4 more touchdown passes to hit that elusive number of bathrooms at his house. Bathrooms are starting to sweat a little, but they still remain pretty confident. We're all excited to see what happens.
That was a TikTok from Garrett Lee 496. Go ahead and give him a follow. He's been tracking this all season. Russell Wilson touchdown passes versus the amount of bathrooms he has in his home with his wife. I don't think he thought they would make it this far. The bathrooms would be actually having a chance to win the MVP battle between the bathrooms and Russell Wilson.
It's pretty wild. So first off, great content. Great content. Love it. But how fucking crazy that we're this deep into the season and Russell Wilson still only has 8 touchdown passes. He has 8 touchdown passes. The Broncos are so bad that the pick that they traded is a top 5 pick.
This has to be like
crazy.
This is, I mean, I think even a couple weeks ago, you're saying this is approaching worst trade of all time status, especially like when you first got him, you had to pay him this giant contract, and you're locked in. The coach hasn't looked good. Russell's looked terrible. They're fighting with other players, and the cherry on top is 12 bathrooms in your house, and you can't throw for 12 touchdowns as a starting NFL quarterback. He hasn't missed any time, right?
I don't know. I think he did miss one game. Remember that
might missed one.
The couple week stretch where it was like his arm was falling off, and then it was like his back. Like there was a couple games.
He's running sprints or high knees on the plane.
Yeah. There's just like it's just been weird. You know what I mean?
It's just been even this one past joke after another with this guy.
And it's not just like, yeah, you're right. It's one joke after the next. It's not one incident where it's like, hey, it's looked bad. It's looked consistently bad on the field, coupled with everything that he has going off the field, which is like, hey, like the high knees while everyone's trying to like relax on the plane. The defense, I need you to, everyone leads. Let's help out the defense. Runner pass. And it's like, all this shit is not adding up well, but there's literally nothing the Broncos, you can't cut him. There's just so much debt. His like, what did they give him? 150 mil?
Something ridiculous.
Something
I mean, we could get
crazy
into,
like that. But
I think his dead cap like going into next year is like 50 mil.
Yeah, but they cannot. No, it's like 100 mil. It's like crazy.
Oh, yeah. The second year is like 59 mil.
His extension doesn't even kick in till like after next year. It's pretty crazy, bro. I've never seen anything like this. And then for so many people to shit on him from the Seattle Seahawks organization. I don't know if you've seen that video of after they played the Seahawks. He was like trying to find people like to dap up after the game, and like nobody was around him. And it's like, it's so telling that like nice guys, nice dudes like Tyler Lockett are like, hey, this is awesome. It's so great when we don't have someone who's really hogging all the attention and all the. It's extremely telling.
And it's gotten to the point where people are like clowning and like shitting on him so bad that the narrative this week that I've seen has kind of shifted to like, are we going too hard on Russell Wilson? Like, maybe we need to chill, but like, no, it's kind of like when you take that amount of money and you're expected to be this franchise guy and you're this like character of yourself, like you're kind of asking for the smoke. Like you need to produce or you need to tone it down. And he has not done either of those. 8 touchdowns we're over here talking about like Jalen Hurts he's not a franchise quarterback. He can't throw. Tua, he's not a franchise. Jimmy, he's not a franchise guy. Russell Wilson has 8 fucking touchdowns in week 12. and 12
It's
bathrooms. Like, why does a human being need 12 bathrooms? Like,
ah,
okay, like one on each floor, okay. Maybe like a couple halves. I can see that's like, let's say that's 4 bathrooms. Outdoor maybe, outside, that's 5. Like a gym,
yeah.
6. And then
I
what?
mean, but
Like,
I would like to know how many bedrooms they have.
I think it's
'Cause, I mean, if
something
it
low.
makes
Like
sense, like
it's like 4 bedrooms.
there's no fucking way
I
that
swear.
it's 4 bedrooms and 12 bath. That's ridiculous. So let's
I
say
swear.
no, there's no way it's like 4 bedrooms.
It's 4 bedrooms.
All right, I gotta see that. Like, we gotta do
It's 4 bedrooms, 7 full baths, and 5 half baths. So like, even if you do a bedroom per, like a bathroom per bedroom, that's only 4 right there. What is like a bathroom in the kitchen? There's a bathroom in the living room.
we gotta see this crib, dude. We have
I
to
need to
do
see
a
the like.
reaction video to his him showing the house.
I can't wait till like 2 or 3 years from now where he gets cut and we get to see this house on Zillow. Like we should do a
Oh,
deep
dude.
dive Zillow video on this house. I wanted to
What do you
see,
even do if you're the Broncos? Like, you've invested all of this. You've given up so much. You've given this guy so much money. What's your next move here? What do you
I mean,
do?
what can you do? You're stuck. Um, fire the head coach. He's obviously clueless. Like, uh, he's put it together a couple weeks. Like once he got a little bit more help, bringing in whoever it was, the guy that had actually coached before or been
Mhm.
in the front office, and stabilize them for a week or two. But since then, they're definitely struggling. They don't have an identity on offense. The running game, which is like was supposed to be great for them, has died off completely. They cut Melvin Gordon. Um,
Which was wild.
yeah. So like, I think they're going. I mean, you can't even go into tank mode.
Yeah,
You just
because what
have
are you
to.
going to tank for?
They're almost like in a Raiders-esque situation where they have to pretend like they're trying still, or just like they got to put on the Russell Wilson facade of like, oh hey, we're good guys, like we're
Everything's
still
good.
Super Bowl bound, even though they're not a Super Bowl team and they have no rebuild in place.
It's yeah, so for sure Hackett's out. But if you're a coach, like you wouldn't want to go there because you're saddled with this Russell Wilson contract. So they're gonna have to do basically the same thing that they did this past off season, which was get a guy who's unproven, who it's his first year, and hope they catch lightning in a bottle. You know what I mean? There's no other like what who else are they gonna go to? They're gonna have to do that. Even look at like the guys who were more established at offensive coordinator. So guys like one that pops up to mind is Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich had the opportunity to go back to Jacksonville. He was like, nah, if Trent Baalke's there, I don't want to be there. I need my own guy. So dudes are getting a little bit more bold as far as picking where they want to go because they know it's going to mark them. There's not a lot of bounce back coaches in the NFL. So people are really picking and choosing, and that's not a destination a lot of people will want to go.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of these head coaches or like future head coaches are so young right now, like the Byron Leftwich, the D'Amico, like a lot of these guys coming up as coordinators, they kind of are seeing like, well, maybe we don't have to do the thing where I go to the terrible situation and just like ruin my career. I mean, even though it is like if D'Amico tomorrow was offered the Carolina Panthers job, I'm sure he would take it. But it is a question of like, is this the right job right now? Like I know I'm gonna get offers and I can stay at this elite team, and they're young, they're in their 30s, in their early 40s.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna
You
do,
want to hear
dude.
my crazy what I would love to see conspiracy theory?
Okay.
Um, I would love to see Cliff Kingsbury get fired and take over the Broncos job, and just him to go from Kyler Murray, who only cares about Kyler Murray, according to Patrick Peterson.
Dude, That was crazy.
For him to go to Russell Wilson, like, give me Hard Knocks on that. Do you
Dude.
think Russell is gonna change at all, or like he's just gonna stay with the delusion of like who he is as a
This is
quarterback?
me. I am MVP level, even though I've never gotten a single vote. Russell Wilson.
And that's what I didn't like about like going into this season in the preseason, how everyone was talking about this Broncos team like being a Super Bowl contender, and I was just like, it's kind of like the Raiders. Like I never believed in the Raiders either. I need to see them actually win and get to 10 wins and win a playoff game before I'm like, yep, I'm sold on them, because they just hadn't done it. And Raiders always fell apart too. So Broncos, they hadn't won anything yet, but they were acting like, oh, this is going to be cake now. We got our franchise guy.
Yeah, and that's actually like, if you want to go back, we put this on wax really, really early on in, I think, the preseason.
Yeah.
It's a video. I think it's titled like "Russell Wilson Too Fat" or something like that.
It's our most watched
you can
video.
check out. It's our most watched video, but yeah, like we basically said all of these things. Like, hey, we are a little hesitant to like crown these guys because it was a team that hadn't really accomplished much. There was a coach that literally had never done anything in the NFL. And this was a team that was more tailored for Aaron Rodgers to step in and be that guy. And we see that Russell Wilson is not Aaron Rodgers, bro. He is not even close. Maybe they can't even fucking do that. I was going to say, maybe
they can't even trade these guys. They can't.
No, you can't. There's no way.
So they have to do the Raiders with Josh McDaniels thing where they just, smile through it and pretend that everything's okay because they're stuck.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to see for the next 2 years, probably.
All right. Let's
That's all we got on
ride.
this one.